They said interns should stay in their lane. Observe. Learn. Stay quiet. That's what I did, at first. Until I realized I was the one holding the whole system together, while they took the credit. My name's Daniela. Fresh out of university. Landed a tech internship at a mid-sized SaaS company in Seattle called Nexera. They weren't flashy, no viral apps, no Silicon Valley buzz, but they had a strong client base and an old, clunky system. That somehow kept everything barely running. I didn't know anyone. Didn't have an impressive resume. I just had a backpack, a refurbished laptop, and a brain wired to solve things. The first week, I shadowed the DevOps team. Most of my day was spent listening, note-taking, pretending I didn't already understand the back-end architecture they were struggling to explain. The system was outdated. Bloated. Legacy code sitting on top of legacy code. Their customer data syncs failed at least twice a day. Deployments took hours, sometimes days. Their internal dashboard crashed if you ran more than one report at a time, so while I was quietly sitting at my assigned desk in the corner, I started building. Not because they asked but because I couldn't help it. First, I rewrote a back-end script they used for database backups. Cut the runtime from 3 hours to 28 minutes. Didn't tell anyone. Just quietly replaced it. Second, I restructured their API call patterns, grouped similar endpoints, applied better caching. Suddenly, their client portal was running 40% faster. Third, I found that their deployment pipeline was broken because someone hard-coded environment variables. I built a new pipeline using a containerized staging setup. Deployed it over the weekend. Monday came, and everything worked smoothly. The team lead said, "I don't know what changed, but great job, everyone." Everyone, meaning not me. Fourth, their internal analytics dashboard crashed every other day because of memory leaks. In the report builder, I rewrote it in my own time. Used more efficient queries, added pagination, and rerouted traffic through a lightweight microservice I wrote in Go. After that, reports ran instantly. Then came the fifth fix, the most important one. I created an AI-based error detection system for their client support platform. It predicted which clients were about to hit bugs based on behavior patterns. Within 2 weeks of running silently in the background, customer complaints dropped by 60%. I showed it to my manager. He smiled and said, "I'll demo this to the directors tomorrow." Great initiative. I watched him present it word for word, my build, my slides, my name, not mentioned once. That was the day I stopped asking for credit. And started working on something else. Every night after work, I stayed up building my own system. Not a clone of Nexera, but something better. A platform that combined their services, but with clean architecture, user-centered design and automation at its core. I called it Cypra, a single dashboard for medium-sized SaaS companies to manage data, clients, error handling, and internal analytics, all with an AI layer that adapted and improved over time. While they were rebranding logos, I was debugging entire frameworks. While they were in meetings about meetings, I was writing code. Clean, modular, and scalable. 6 months passed. At work I was still the quiet intern. Still got coffee sometimes. Still got left out of product meetings. But outside? Cypra was getting beta users, small companies, local dev teams. Then bigger names. One day Nexera's CEO made an announcement. The company had been approached by an investor. Big opportunity. But they were also cutting costs, trimming departments. I was part of the trim. No goodbye lunch. No exit interview. Just an offboarding email and revoked credentials. I walked out of the office with a small box of things. A coffee mug I never used. A notebook full of fixes they still didn't know I made. And a USB drive I didn't need, because the real gold was in my head. 3 months later, Cypra got its first real funding, $1.5 million in seed capital. 2 of the clients were former Nexera customers. They said it just worked better, cleaner interface, faster response times, fewer bugs. Here comes the first twist. My former manager, the one who presented my AI system as his, applied for a job at Cypra, didn't recognize my name. He'd never bothered to learn it, just remembered I used to be in DevOps or something. I interviewed him over Zoom. He talked about how he led multiple AI initiatives. I asked him how he dealt with legacy code. He gave the same answer I once gave him, word for word. I thanked him for his time, then I sent him a personalized rejection. Second twist. 2 months later Nexera tried to buy Cypra's tech licensing. I was invited to the table. I sat across from the same director who once called me the quiet intern. He said their new systems weren't performing well. They wanted to explore integration. I said I'd think about it, then I left the meeting. That night I pushed a major Cypra update that made their business model obsolete. I didn't want revenge. I wanted to build something better. But life has a funny way of circling back. Now I run a team of 15, we don't do titles. Everyone contributes, everyone gets credit. I still sit in a corner, hoodie up, headphones on, just writing code, but this time I own the corner, because sometimes the best way to prove your worth is to build something so undeniable they can't ignore you again.